Now, I'm going to be recording this section. All right, so to add a section, just like what we saw in adding everything else, what you do is on the left side is where you see what is already the sections that are already in the system. All right. On the right side is where you add. And remember, the lines on top allows you to add a number of lines. I said, if you want to add 3 lines, you put a 3 in that box and you click on add sections. Okay. So you will have 3 extra lines added to you. If you do not want the lines, highlight the lines and delete them. Take note that you cannot delete all the lines, okay? So if I have 4 lines there, I can't delete all the 4 lines. I can only delete one of the, I can delete and leave only at least 1 line should be there. Now, in this case, let us just say I want to add a cost center or section called Wange Clinic, okay? Wange Clinic. So there we are, Wange Clinic. I type it in, okay? Do I have a code? Maybe in Pastel or the system that I'm using or Proman, maybe it has got a code of vote item number called 1004. If that is the number, then I put it there. If I don't have, I leave it because it's optional. Then the system generates its own code. So when you see a cell that is grayed out, like there's a gray background, you cannot make changes to that cell. It is a cell that is generated by the system. You can't make changes to that. So I now want to map this section to a program. So what we are basically saying is, in which program does Wange Clinic fall? Okay, what expenditure or income for this particular section is it? In which program does it fall? So what do? You now come and map to the right program. In this case, it will be health. So I select health. Okay, when I select health, I now submit. You see, I now submit that particular section. Here we are, I'm submitting my section. So when I submit the section, I will begin to see it appearing on the left side. So there it is, health is appearing now on the left side. But there's something that I can see there. There is, those cells are red. I've got some red color appearing there. Now take note that when you see red color in Planix, red is a color that is for danger, as you know it. It is saying to you, there's something more important that you cannot ignore. So red color should never be ignored because it will give you problems as you work on your budget. So in this case, there are more mappings that need to be done. We have only mapped our section to what? To a program. But we have not yet mapped it to what? To the department. In other words, this Wange Clinic, in which department does it fall? And it is funded by which fund? And in terms of committees, which committee oversees the council committees? Which committee oversees the operations of Wange Clinic? Okay, and then we are also going to map it to general budgeting module and human capital module. Okay, so let us do this process. We must do it until everything is green here. So to do it, I will close my folders. Now here on the left, on the model browser, on top, there is a plus and a minus. If I click a minus, all the folders will be closed at the same time. Okay, so now I come here to general maintenance. sorry, I have closed. Now what I want to do is to do some mappings. Do you see that there is a folder called various mappings? Various mappings. Okay, it is in this folder where I am going to come and do some mapping. Okay, so the first one is to map sections to structure. Map sections to structure. Okay, so I come here. Now I am going to map sections to structure. So the other ones are already mapped, except for Wange Clinic that I have just added. Okay, you can see with the red color. So I now come to Wange Clinic, and right here under map to department, I'm going to select the department where I'm going to place Wange Clinic on. Okay, so Wange Clinic, I'm going to put it under social services, then department. Then in terms of funds, when the money income comes from this particular section, it will go into a general account, okay, our general account or rates fund for some. Then in terms of committees, right, I will put this under the social services committee. Social services committee. Okay, so I am done here. I update structure. I update structure. Okay. Right. So I've just updated the structure and the red color is disappeared. So if I go even back to where I was submitting the sections, do you see that under departments, funds, and committee, now I now have green color. In other words, the system now knows that this particular section belongs to this department, this fund, and this committee. But I still have two more items that have to be mapped. That is mapping to modules. So what do we mean here, mapping to modules? What we mean is, in a distributed setup, like we have many people working on the budget, all those people working on the budgets, we are going to give them their own module where they log in and capture the budget from. So the question is, in terms of other budgets, the general budgets, income, expenditure, which module do we want to budget for this particular clinic? So we go back again to various mappings. Various mappings. We saw that we can map a section to structure, but look at the next one. Map sections to distributed modules. So we come here and we see the others are already mapped except for Wange Clinic. Okay, except for Wange Clinic. So right here, I am coming here. Now, do you see for Wange, everything is budgeted for in one module. So Wange RDC here are just doing a standalone budget. You know, so do you see model general budgeting 1001, 1001, everything is 1001. So in other words, okay, if you want to ask a question, please go ahead and raise your hand. Otherwise, I kindly ask that you mute your mics. Right, so I am also going to select GB 1001. So each module has got a code. Okay, so in this case, it is the same module where everything is being budgeted for. So I come here. Then in terms of HR, we can also break HR into parts and have many people working on the HR budget. But if we have one person only working on HR, then we select HC 1001. Then we apply. Then the system is going to know where to place this section for budgeting purposes. Okay, so you submit, you apply with your orange button, And once you have done that, the next thing is to come back to where you were submitting, and now there is a green color everywhere. So this is how to submit sections. It is only sections that have this special process of when you submit, you need to go and do 2 mappings from the folder called various mappings. The rest of the submissions are straightforward. Once you submit, that's it. Okay, now allow me at this stage 1 to